Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you all are fit and fine. Students, in the last class I explained you about the changing role of public sector. Okay, so we were studying how the role of public sector changed with time. Okay, so here we have completed this topic and one more topic is related to this. As I told you in the last class that after independence of India, public sector was given much importance over the private sector, right? But the government noticed that the public sector is not working properly, okay, and the performance of the public sector is not satisfactory. Okay, it is not satisfactory. So what the government did, the government then made many reforms, okay, made many changes. Okay, so here we will study what all changes the government made. Okay, so here the topic which is related to the previous topic is the public sector reforms. As in the previous class I explained you that the public sector was given much more importance over the private sector. Okay, but with time the government realized that the public sector is not working properly and the public sector is not like the performance of the public sector is not that satisfactory. Okay, for this the government has changed many policies, the government has changed many rules, and they brought a new reform, they brought a new policy. Okay, now let us see what all changes the government made. Okay, what all reforms were brought by the government. So here we will see public sector reforms. Okay, these are very simple. Okay, see, read the explanation. In the Industrial Policy 1991, the Government of India introduced four major reforms in public sector. Okay, so in the year 1991, okay, under the industrial policy, one new policy was made by the government, that is Industrial Policy 1991. Under this policy, the Government of India introduced four major reforms, means four new reforms were introduced in public sector, regarding public sector. So let us see what all changes or what all reforms were introduced by the government. The first is reduction in number of business reserved for public sector. Students, as I told you in the beginning of this chapter, in the introductory part, that more importance was given to the public sector. Okay, so many departments, many business, many areas of business were in the hands of public sector. Okay, and very less authority or very less power was given to private sector. Okay, but now when the government realized that the public sector is not working that well, okay, and the performance of the public sector is not satisfactory, then government, what the government did, then the government reduced the number of business reserved for public sector from 17 to 8. Means in the starting phase, the industries or the business which were reserved for the public sector was much more than the private sector, right? Because public sector was owning everything. And after this, what happened, after the reform, after the industrial policy 1991, what happened, there was reduction, okay, reduction in number of business reserved for public sector. Means public sector के अंदर जितने business आते थे उसको reduce करके कितना कर दिया गया, from 17 to 8 it was reduced. Earlier it was 17 and from 17 the business was reduced to 8. Means now 8 businesses are there which comes under public sector. Now again from 8 it was reduced to only 3 in 2001. Means पहले 17 थे, उसके बाद 8 कर दिए गए, then only 3. Means only 3 businesses, or we can say only 3 departments were under the public sector. Rest all the departments were converted or given to the private sector, right? Now see the explanation. These 3 industries are, which all industries were still in the hands of public sector? See, the atomic energy, 1, arms and ammunition, 2, and the railway, 3. means your atomic, your arms means like your defense, and your railway. These three industries or these three departments or these three businesses are the one which are still under the public sector. These are not given in the hands of private sector. These are still under the public sector, right? So all these three units are under public sector. Okay, it is not given to the private sector. Now coming to the next, memorandum of understanding. This we have studied in the second chapter also. Memorandum of understanding is a document, right? Under this, public sector, read the explanation. Under this, public sector was provided with greater autonomy. Government lays down performance target for the management and gives greater autonomy these units to hold the management accountable for the result. In it means that, students, earlier, okay, like that, like complete freedom or autonomy was not given to the public sector. But now, as we know that the business was like public sector were not performing very well. Okay, so due to that reason, what happened? Due to that reason, under these public sector, okay, under this public sector which was reduced, okay, under that public sector, okay, the government gave them greater autonomy. Autonomy means greater freedom to manage their operations in their own way. And if they like, and plus they have given them the set like standard targets to fulfill. Okay, and if they are unable to fulfill, then they are accountable to the what? Then they are accountable as it is written here. Okay, lays down performance target for the management and gives greater autonomy, means freedom was given to those public sector unit and they were allowed to manage their unit as per their rules and regulation. Okay, so that was given to them. And if these units, okay, if these units does not perform well, then they are accountable to the management. Okay, so this was introduced. Now greater autonomy was given to the public sector, which were reduced like the three. Okay, now next is disinvestment. Now disinvestment was done. Okay, in the industrial policy 1991, one main thing was introduced, which was disinvestment. Now students, it's very simple, just read the explanation, you will understand it. Equity shares of some public sector enterprises, okay, equity shares of some public sector enterprises were sold to private sector and the public. It was expected that this would lead to improved managerial performance and better financial discipline. Students, disinvestment, okay, the opposite of disinvestment is investment. Okay, so before 1991 or before like new economic policy 1991, as I told you that the major importance was or like public sector had the power more than the private sector. Okay, so public sector, as I told you that the public sector were not performing so well, so in that case government decided to sell out their shares. It means that जो company के shares होते हैं, right, the equity shares, the public sector enterprises which were not performing that well, मतलब जो भी public sector enterprises जो अच्छा perform नहीं कर रहे थे या जो loss में जा रहे थे, उनको government ने क्या किया, उनकी company को, अगर वो loss में जा रहे थे और वो वापस से revive नहीं कर सके अपने आप को, तो या तो उन्होंने उस कंपनी को पूरा ही बंद कर दिया, ओके, या फिर उसको डिसइन्वेस्ट किया. नाउ डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट यहाँ क्या बोलता है स्टूडेंट्स? डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट मीन्स द कंपनी which were not performing so well, okay, the public sector units which were not performing so well, the shares of those public sector units, okay, so each like the company's shares were sold to the private sector. मतलब जितने भी shares थे public sector के उसको convert करके किसको sell out कर दिया? Private sector को. अब वो जो business है किसके हाथ चले गया? Public से private sector में. So, okay, so in this way the government disinvested the shares of public sector and sold it to private sector. And why they did that? Because they felt that this would lead to improved managerial performance and better financial discipline. It means that earlier the public sector were not able to manage their operations, manage their activities very well, and plus they were not financially very strong. So they felt that if they will give this departments who were not working very well under public sector into the hands of private sector, then they may perform well and they may improve their managements and they may improve the financial discipline. That is why disinvestment of share was done. Okay, so disinvestment of share means selling the shares of public sector company, okay, public sector enterprises to the private sector. Okay, it means that giving the power to private sector. Okay, now the next is restructural and revival. Okay, this is very simple. Read the explanation, students. All public sector sick units, we are talking about the units which were not performing that well, okay, which were either going under losses or were not performing so good as per the expectations of the government. Okay, those units are known as the sick units. Now all public sector sick units means all the public sector sick units were referred to Board of Industrial and Financial Reconstruction, which is BIFR. This is a regulatory body. Okay, units which were potentially viable were restructured and which could not be reviewed were closed down by the board. Students, this was Board of Industrial Financial Reconstruction. This was the board, okay, this was the regulatory board which actually looked into all these enterprises. Okay, so this was the board which looked into the performance of public sector enterprises, how they are performing. If they are not performing well, then this board does what? They try to revive them if it is possible. So in this case, what happens, if the public sector, if some units of sick units, if they are not performing so well, if they are going under losses, okay, अगर वो एकदम ही ज़्यादा loss में चले गए हैं and they are not able to come back up, okay, then in that cases those public sector units were closed down. मतलब जो लॉस में चले गए थे और वापस से उनको अगर स्टेबल, वापस अगर वो अपने आप को स्टेबल नहीं कर पा रहे थे तो उस यूनिट्स को क्या कर दिया गया? बंद करवा दिया गया, बिकॉज वो कम्प्लीटली लॉस में जा रहे थे. और जो यूनिट थोड़ा सा अपने आप को रिस्ट्रक्चर कर सकते थे, अपने आप को वापस से रिवाइव कर पा रहे थे, उन यूनिट को देन these board restructured. Okay, so this was actually the restructural and revival. Okay, जो यूनिट्स एकदम ही काम नहीं कर पा रहे थे, जो एकदम ही लॉस में जा रहे थे, उनको बंद करवा दिया गया, एंड जो यूनिट्स थोड़ा बहुत परफॉर्म कर रहे थे उनको वापस से रिस्ट्रक्चर किया गया, वापस से रिवाइव किया गया. सो दिस वाज रिस्ट्रक्चरल एंड रिवाइवल विच वाज डन बाय द रेगुलेटरी बोर्ड ऑफ पब्लिक सेक्टर विच इज नोन एज BIFR, बोर्ड ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल एंड फाइनेंशियल रिकंस्ट्रक्शन. दिस इज द board. Okay, so these were the major reforms, or you can say the major changes which were brought, okay, majorly for the public sector. Okay, so in this we can see how the role of the public sector changed with time, okay, since independence, right? So students, this is the end of this chapter. Thank you.